That is so good. I'm Dominique Wolf, and today I'm making a riff on one of my favourite childhood dishes, Thai sweet and sour. But instead of using the usual prawns, I'm doing it with fish. The fish goes so beautifully with that gorgeous sauce, and it makes such a great change. It's sweet and tangy, but it's also got loads of freshness from the cherry tomatoes, red peppers, cucumber and pineapple. So first up, I'm going to prep the veg. So I don't normally use cucumber in my cooking, but I have to say it works brilliantly in this dish. Not only does it add a wonderful texture, but it also adds amazing crunch as well. So this dish uses fresh pineapple, but if you've only got tin, then absolutely use that instead. And I've got a nifty little hack for how to cut it. You're only taking off that much core, so there's really little wastage. And because you only slice what you need at the time, you can put it in the fridge and it lasts for a lot longer than if you peel the whole thing at once. So we're just about to make the sauce. It's got a handful of store-cupboard ingredients, including my store-cupboard special tomato ketchup. This, honestly, even if you don't like tomato ketchup on the side as a condiment, it is a brilliant ingredient. I use it in so many things. I might even use it in my spaghetti bolognese, but don't tell anyone. So we've got ketchup here, we've got some fish sauce, we've got vinegar. You can use rice vinegar, white vinegar, whichever type you have to hand, and some sugar. And you literally just mix that all and then have that ready by the stove. Tomato ketchup is brilliant because it adds a real sort of intense tomatoiness to dishes. It's got sweetness and I absolutely love it. So next we've got the fish. I'm going to use a bit of cornflour here on the plate. I'm going to pat dry my fish and I'm going to coat it in the cornflour. Lovely. Just going to wash my hands. The reason we're adding cornflour is to make it go lovely and sort of brown and golden on the outside. Just going to add a little bit of oil. So what we've got here are some cherry tomatoes. You can absolutely use normal tomatoes and just cut them up into bits if that's all you have. I've just got a white onion here, garlic, red pepper, cucumber and the fresh pineapple. Here I'm using sustainable cod, but any chunky white fish will do. I like it chunky because then it's easier to cook. I've just coated it in cornflour and I'm going to give it a little sprinkle of salt. Okay, I think this is hot enough. There we go. I can hear the sizzle. That's what we like. Very carefully going to turn this over. There we go. It can be quite fragile, so just be careful when you do it. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. There we go. It's already getting a little bit golden there, okay? Just needs another 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how thick it is. Now the fish is done, I'm just going to carefully remove it, put it on some kitchen paper to drain while I make the sauce. Quickly wipe out the pan. This bit only takes a few minutes. We want to have everything near the stove ready to go. First of all, we've got the onions. I'm just going to cook these for a minute or so to start softening them. I've cut them into wedges because I'm using the onion as an actual vegetable. It's not just a base ingredient, so we want to taste it. That might be a bit too big, that wedge. Okay. Onion's developing some colour, it's just starting to soften, and I'm going to put in my garlic. We've got the peppers, we've got the gorgeous tomatoes, which I'm just doing here. If you can get on the vine, then all the better because they're absolutely delicious and loads of flavour. And then the pineapple, okay? Not to forget the cucumber as well. And this is a really great way to get loads of veggies into one of your meals. Look at that, so vibrant, so much colour in one dish. So my mum is the one who always used to make the Thai sweet and sour with prawns. And when I told her I had a recipe for fish, she looked at me and she said, no, 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 we don't do it like that. But I'm very pleased to say that when I gave her my finished version, which made it into my book Dominique's Kitchen, she absolutely loved it and it got the thumbs up from her. It's just going to cook for a couple of minutes. We still want loads of crunch in the veg, but we just want it to soften a little bit. So as you can see, the vegetables have softened slightly, but they've still got their wonderful crunch. And I'm going to add the sauce. It really is that simple. I'm just going to turn it up and bubble it. Oh, I wish you could smell that. It's sweet. It's got that sort of acidity from the vinegar, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. It's sticky. My kids are going to love this. And there we go. That's just about ready, so I'm going to plate up. So colourful, so delicious. And there we have it, my Thai sweet and sour fish. This one's for you, Mum.